Hello, my name is Katherine Peterson, and this is my pre-interview video for the MOPD hiring fair. Now, the first question you all have asked me to address is why I would like to become an assistant public defender. And the reason that I'm interested in becoming an assistant public defender is because I'm extremely passionate about advocating for those who live on the margins of society and face injustice as a result. As an assistant public defender, I would have the opportunity to fight for people who cannot defend themselves against the overwhelming weight of the US criminal justice system. I know how intimidating the legal system can feel to indigent defendants, and it's important to me that each defendant is treated with the respect and patience that they deserve during such a confusing and difficult period in their life. Furthermore, I have advocated on behalf of underserved communities throughout my entire adult life. I studied sociology and women's studies with the intent of using my knowledge and skills to serve marginalized communities. Throughout my career, I've worked with members of underserved communities in various contexts. In college, I worked with survivors of domestic violence to provide resources and support during crises. More recently, I worked as a student attorney in the Gender Justice Clinic, where I actually represented indigent clients. I plan to refine the legal skills that I developed as a student attorney if I'm offered a position with the Maryland Office of the Public Defender. In addition to my passion for preventing injustices and advocating for members of underserved communities, my professional skills align with the responsibilities of a public defender. I have the organizational, legal, and administrative skills necessary to handle a heavy caseload. Moreover, I have exceptional communication skills and feel confident conveying complicated legal ideas in a way that anyone can understand. I was able to make teenagers understand Fourth Amendment search and seizure jurisprudence, so I feel certain that I can explain any elements of Maryland criminal law or procedure to a client. When I reviewed the job description of the Assistant Public Defender on the MOPD website, there was one core competency requirement that particularly stuck out to me: compassion. During my interview with the Honorable Nicholas E. Rattel, I remember only one question that he asked. If you had to pick one word to describe yourself, what would it be? I chose the word compassionate because I consider my compassion one of my greatest strengths, and it's one that I hope to bring with me to the Office of the Public Defender. The next thing you all asked me to address is why I believe my experiences and skills make me qualified for this position. Now, as I mentioned previously, I have already worked with indigent clients at my law school's Gender Justice Clinic. As a student attorney, I conducted investigations, I interviewed clients, I drafted documents, and I developed case theories. I also collaborated with my partner and my supervisors to brainstorm solutions that really centered my clients' interests and their priorities. In my current position as the law clerk for the criminal coordinating judge at the Circuit Court for Prince George's County, I have had the chance to become familiar with the Maryland criminal rules and procedures. I watch public defenders in court daily and read every motion or petition that comes through our chambers. I have drafted opinions and orders related to various areas of criminal law, including continuances, post-convictions, writs of habeas corpus, and writs of actual innocence, using legal research to synthesize the current state of legal interpretation. Moreover, my passion for social justice makes me an excellent assistant public defender candidate. I attended law school specifically to develop the skills necessary to better serve marginalized communities. I have been and continue to dedicate my work to upending systemic racism, prejudice, and unfairness in all systems, especially the carceral system. I volunteer my time to social justice causes that center around upending systems of oppression, and I would love to work at a job that allows me the opportunity to do the same. I feel that the Office of the Public Defender would offer me that opportunity. Next, you asked me, what draws me to work with people identified as indigent, and how do I feel I can be a tenacious advocate for the MOPD's client population? I'm drawn to work with indigent clients because I understand that impoverished folks are more likely to interact with the carceral system, often because of circumstances beyond their control. I'm reminded of a woman who was in front of my judge recently who had violated her parole because she and her 2 children were kicked out of her mother's house and left to fend for themselves. In the aftermath, this defendant was unable to contact her parole officer. Judge Rattel, a longtime public defender, understands the difficulties that indigent clients face and shows compassion for them. But I know that many judges would not react similarly. Every day, people just like that woman face further legal fees and potential imprisonment due to similar circumstances, which further ingratiates them into the carceral system. One conviction can have a massive impact on anyone's life. Still, for members of marginalized communities who already struggle to make ends meet, it can be catastrophic, not only for them and their family, but for their community. I do not take it for granted that clients entrust their attorneys with their lives. Whether facing murder charges or a DUI, the outcome of a criminal case will have lasting impact on a defendant for the rest of their life. Therefore, it is my responsibility to do everything within my power to advocate on their behalf and prevent them from being crushed by the weight of the carceral system. I intend to do so in whatever line of work I pursue, and I hope to do so with the Maryland Office of the Public Defender. Now, the penultimate question, or prompt rather, is to discuss what culture of excellence means to me and how I will embody that principle if employed by the OPD. When I hear the phrase culture of excellence, I think of a culture where every member dedicates themselves to performing their best daily. It's an environment wherein everyone continuously works to improve their skills and is willing to help others improve as well. It's an environment where people treat each other with the utmost respect. Moreover, to me, a culture of excellence connotes a workplace where people work together to the benefit of the whole organization. It's not a space where individuals are focused solely on themselves, because excellence doesn't thrive in solitude. Bearing that in mind, I would show up to work every day intending to perform my best for my clients and OPD. I would gladly collaborate with other public defenders on their cases and help whenever necessary. I thoroughly enjoy collaborating with my colleagues, and I often find that their insight is valuable when I'm presented with a problem or a question. I would treat everybody in the office with the utmost respect they deserve, whether it be a judge in the courtroom, a clerk, or a client. Mostly, when I hear the phrase culture of excellence, I think of a place where I would like to work. I hope that I can contribute to the Maryland Office of the Public Defender's culture as an assistant public defender in the future. Finally, I want to let you know that I am admitted to the DC bar, and I am working on transferring my UBE score to Maryland so that I can be admitted to their bar as well. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my answers, and I look forward to meeting you in person.